Good morning, family. Got another video. This one is going to be a little bit different as far as, my other videos are concerned. This one is based off of something that I've been putting off for a long time because it's a touchy subject. But it has gotten to the point now where, I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to just go ahead and talk about it because I'm out of all the things that I'm sick of, this is at the top of that list as far as one of the things that I am sick and tired of hearing as well as seeing. And that's this thing that keeps reverberating in the black community, and then it goes out nationwide and probably around the world, that black men aren't shit. Black men don't do this. Black men don't do that. Black men don't protect black women. Black men, as far as black women are concerned, are the ones who brutalize, terrorize, vilify black women the most. And when those statements are made, they're usually done with a generalization. And, that groups all black men into one category. And my thing is this: how the fuck do y'all come up with that type of analogy when you don't know all black men? You don't know what the fuck all black men are doing, as well as, what they're not doing. And then, people want to throw in these goddamn statistics as if those statistics are always right, especially when they're coming from the dominant society. When they make these blanketed statements as far as black men are concerned, when it's always dealing with the negativity as it pertains to black women, the thing that is always brought up is that black men are seeking women from the dominant society. That shit is not true. According to so-called statistics, since y'all like to run with that narrative, the majority of most black women are with black men. Now, whether those relationships are healthy or not, I can't say. But those are the statistics, since y'all like to run with fucking numbers. And for those of you who are in that category of people, and when I say people, I'm talking about black women. And when I say black women, I'm not talking about all black women. That's the distinction that I'm gonna make in this video. I'm not talking about all black women. I'm talking about those black women that feel that way, that are always making those types of videos where it's like every damn time they make a video, it's in reference to what a black man is not doing. Now, this video is not just going to be about black women. And this is the flip side to it. I get sick of hearing the same shit from some of you black men, that black women aren't this. Black women are too loud. Black women, everything that comes out of your mouth about black women is some negative type shit. And you try to go to another race, meaning those women in the dominant society, because a few of you take that route and try to make it seem like they're easier to get along with. So here's what I have to say about those two categories of people that come from my community, meaning the black race, who just happen to think that way. Fuck y'all. If you got a problem with black men, get the fuck on, man. If you can find love, if that's what you're looking for, or respect, if that's what you're looking for in another race, go, leave. We don't give a fuck. And when I say we don't give a fuck, I'm talking about those of us who are black men that know what the fuck we're doing, who are in the community. We don't try to publicize that shit. We're not out here doing goddamn videos every fucking day, putting that shit on social media. We're just out here doing the fucking work because that's who we are. That's who we've grown to be. And some of us were already that way from the get-go. Some of us, it may have taken a while for us to get to that point, but we got there and we're doing the work, but we don't get credit for this shit. Now, I don't give a fuck whether you give me credit for it or not. I've been doing this shit ever since 91. I haven't tried to make every damn thing that I do known, because I'm not chasing for clout status. I just want to be fucking free. I want my people to be free. I want us to be in a better place. As far as the women are concerned, if you're a woman that has had to take some negative bullshit from some ignorant ass black men, hey, you tell them the same thing. Get the fuck on. If you want Becky, Karen, as Professor Griff would say, nah, I'm not even gonna use that, because they'll probably flag this shit and take my fucking video down. But if those are the women that you want, man, go the fuck on. Real black women are not gonna miss your ass. They're not gonna give a fuck. Why? Because they know that in our community, there are some real black men out there that love black women. And for the black men that feel that way, as far as those black women that know that there are black men out there that love black women, well, there are black men out there that love black women the same way, vice versa. So we gonna stay together. You black men and black women that think that way, y'all are just as worse as the fucking opposition, meaning the dominant society, when it comes to us trying to keep the black family together, trying to bring some unity, some order to our race so that we can push forward. Because y'all always want to come with the negative shit. We already know it's negative shit out there. We already know that there's negative things in black men and there are negative things in black women. But just like y'all talk about all the negative shit, when do you highlight all of the positive shit? Y'all talk more about the bullshit than you do about the positive things. And then when it comes to, you know, I've seen videos where when it comes to shit like this, where black women will be like, I'm no longer a race woman. I'm no longer pro-black. Okay. Do you? Matter of fact, why are you even talking about us in the first place? If black men are so goddamn bad, then get the fuck on. And the same thing with you black men. If black women are so bad, man, just fucking leave. Don't waste your time on us. Y'all want to make these generalized statements about people in our community, and y'all be so far off the goddamn mark, it is fucking funny. The only fucking people that you can talk about when it comes to shit like that are the motherfuckers that you're either dealing with or people that you know have dealt with individuals like that. And that's the only credibility that you have. You cannot make blanketed statements like that, and then you want to put that shit, you want to make a post and then put that shit out on social media, or you want to make a video. And then here's the funny thing about this shit: when y'all do those things to try to get your point across, then when someone responds to it, y'all use this old tired ass line. I can't remember exactly how it goes, but you know that line where they like, you know, the dog that gets hit is the one, or the dog that hollers is the one that got hit first, meaning if you the motherfucker that responds to it, then chances are you're the person that they're talking about. Man, that's the dumbest goddamn analogy that y'all can answer to some shit like that y'all could ever come up with. No, you made a fucking public post, whether written or a video, and you put that shit out on social media. You didn't put it in a manner to where only a few people would see it. You put it out to the public, which means when someone sees that, no matter who it is, they have a right to critique what the fuck you're saying. Now, whether they are right or wrong, that's a whole nother issue or story. But they have a right to critique whatever the fuck you're talking about, just like people have a right to critique this. And I'm like this, I hope the fuck y'all do. If you want to debate about it, want to talk about it, I'm up for it. But you can't make these motherfucking posts and then turn around and say people are wrong for responding to it, or you must be the motherfucker that I'm talking about because you made a public fucking post. You made the damn post in hopes of someone responding to it in the first place. So I'm responding to the shit, and I don't have no problem with talking about it. And if you're right about certain issues, I'll give you your props on that. But if you're wrong about some shit, then can you take that? Can you deal with that criticism? Because this shit that y'all keep doing, man, as far as this black man versus the black woman versus the black man, y'all are causing Well, I'm not gonna say you're causing, but what you're doing is you keep fueling the fucking fire for the division. We can never get shit done because not only do we have to fight with people in the dominant society, we got to fight with each other on this damn sexism shit, colorism shit, on who's not doing this as far as for the black woman, who's not doing this as far as for the black man. Y'all, we have become, well, not all of us, but some of us have become our own worst enemy because you look black, and some of you probably think that you think black, but a lot of you are like those white people who used to be in blackface, and even to this day, they still doing blackface. You have black skin, but you got a white mindset, and it shows every time you open your fucking mouth with some of the rhetoric that you guys let come out of your mouth as it pertains to the subject matter that I'm talking about now. But I'm speaking on it because when you make these generalized statements, that puts me in that fucking category. You don't know me. You don't know some of the men that I know who are married to black women, dating black women, have lives with black women, have built shit with black women, have a family with black women, and don't think nothing else as far as outside of that paradigm. As far as black people are concerned, only thing they think about is making their bond with their family and with their woman stronger, as well as in the fucking community. So if y'all got a problem with us, man, leave. Ain't no one is holding you here. Like I said, get the fuck on. Matter of fact, we'll give you a bus ticket, plane ticket, ship you the fuck off. Get the fuck on. If you tired of blackness, then go. Leave. But stop making these fucking videos, man, where y'all want to make generalized statements. You want to give all of this generalization to a whole race of people that you come from, and you don't even know them all. You haven't seen them. You haven't been around them. You don't know their likes, their dislikes. You don't know what their position is in life. You don't know their background as far as job-wise or occupational-wise, educationally. You don't know these fucking people. Only thing that you know is what the fuck you had to deal with. And that doesn't always apply to us as a people. It doesn't always apply to black men. I'm a new Black Panther Party member, and I'm also in the gun club. Every time I put on that motherfucking uniform to go out here in these streets, I put my fucking life on the line. I put my life on the line for black women, for black men, for black children, for black people as a whole. I'm not going out there thinking that, okay, this is a black woman that don't give a fuck about black men. No, when I go out there, the only thing that is on my mind are my people. But one thing that I've learned is this: I'm not getting ready to be a martyr for no damn body, especially for black people that don't want to change. Why? Because if I do go out there, because I'm not a protester, and I'm not always going out there on some shit because some people done got caught up in some shit, whether it's by their own fault or someone else caused it. I'm going to pick and choose my battles, and I'm going to pick and choose my battles wisely. Why? Because I'm not just fighting for this shit for the next generation. Whatever the fuck I fight for, I'm trying to enjoy it. But I also know that when I put on that uniform, there's a chance that I may not even make it back home. There's a chance that my children will be fatherless because their father is out here fighting for them to have a better place in this world that all of us should be a part of and not have to deal with the bullshit that we're dealing with. But I know that reality. But for someone to make these generalized statements and be like, well, black men don't try to protect black women, man, fuck y'all. That shit is not true. Look at the sister that went to, what was the place that she went to? I know it was a state building, and she had the armed black brothers that was with her. Them brothers was out there. They put their life on the line to protect this sister. And then according to law, and I think this is nationwide, you can't bring weapons on state and federal property. But they did. Nothing happened to him as far as what I know. Didn't anything happen to him. You look at the brother from Grandmaster Jay, who has the NFAC. Everybody was marveling over what this brother did and the brothers and sisters that marched with him. Well, in that organization, you got a lot of black men who put their lives on the line to go to the birthplace of the Ku Klux Klan. Call them motherfuckers out. But you motherfuckers want to turn around and say black men are not trying to protect black women. Man, y'all sound stupid as hell. But those were black men with black women out there fighting for what we all need to be fighting for. And now what you're seeing with this brother making the move that he's making, you're seeing other factions of gun clubs. There were even some new Black Panther Party members that was with them when they went to where was the other place? Wherever Breonna Taylor's from, they went there to make a stand. And some of those members that went there, as far as the new Black Panther Party are concerned, they were from our organization, because you have different factions of the new Black Panther Party. But they were there. So with this shit of, you know, black men don't do this, that, and the third, as well as black women, man, y'all cut that shit out, because y'all are causing division, and we do not need that. Especially now, we don't need that. Are there some fucked up black men in our race? Yeah, hell, at one point in time, I was one of them dudes. Are there some fucked up black women in our race? Yes. Some of y'all act like you don't do shit wrong. There have been good black men that have been turned out by fucked up black women. And there have been good black women that have been turned out by fucked up black men. But here's the thing that y'all don't look at. Did you start out that way? Or did someone turn you into that? Did someone turn us into that? And then this thing of, and this is my last point, you know, I've seen videos where, you know, they're like, well, you know, these men, black men just want to be like the white man. The black man just wants to, you know, appeal to, you know, the white man's sense of morality and whatnot. All of us don't feel that way. I don't give a fuck about what white people think. I try to show them respect when they show me respect. I could care less. I don't want to be a part of that goddamn society. I'm not even trying to be like them. What the fuck for? I love being who I am. I love being black. Now that I'm so-called woke, I love me. I go out in the sun so I could get so goddamn black that I look like fucking tar. I love this. To me, this is my opinion. Ain't nothing better than this. So that's why I fight for it. And that's why I'm making this fucking video. And then with you black women that say this shit about black men, the reality of it is you actually want a black man. You just want one that's going to treat you right. Well, here's the problem with that. Or here's why it's a problem. One, maybe the problem is the black man that you're picking. And you might need to, I think it's something that comes from, you know, African society. You might need to walk 4 seasons with that individual to get to know them before you lay down with them, or before you start anything up with them as far as business ventures, moving in with them. Get to know them. And even then, you still got to deal with the fact that people change. Some people change for the better. Some people get worse. And the same thing with you, black man. Walk 4 seasons with that individual to see if she is what you're looking for. And if she's not, knock the dust off your feet and keep it moving until you find that individual. But don't sit back and criticize when you picked them. You picked the motherfucker that you was with. Now, that doesn't mean that they shouldn't be held responsible for the shit that they do to you, because they should. But you picked them. And you can't sit back and say you didn't know what the fuck you was getting into. Why? The warning signs are always there, man. What we choose to do is ignore that shit, hoping that what we see, we don't see. And if we do see it, we're hoping like hell they're going to change. You can't change people. Only person that can change an individual is that individual. You have to worry about you. And if what you're seeing in this individual does not measure up to your fucking standards, then walk. But don't sit back and make these generalized statements that black men ain't shit and black men don't do this and black women ain't shit and black women don't do that. That shit is not true. Just don't do that shit, man. Cause with me, I'ma always love black women. Some of y'all act like fucking fools. Still got love for you. Even with me making this video and criticizing and critiquing some of the things that a lot of you say in these videos, I still love you. To me, there's no woman above you. I love you whether you're dark skinned, light skinned, pecan tan. I love you whether you got an ass or you don't have an ass. I love you whether you got straight hair, curly hair, kinky hair, no hair. It does not matter. Why? Because without you, I cannot be. And it should be that way on your end. We need each other, whether you think that way or not. And then I'm going to end on this note. There was a queen that I had talked to one time, and she pretty much raked me over the coals, and she didn't even listen to the shit that I was saying because I basically agreed with what she was saying. But I had made a comment that, you know, we got to struggle together. And she was like, fuck if I'm struggling with any black man. You know, I thought this shit was funny because I'm like, everybody struggles. What you should have said was that I'm not going to let a motherfucker use me and it turns into a struggle. But anything that you're going to do in life, you're going to have opposition. The opposition is there to see if what is in you is greater than the fucking opposition. It's there to test your moral, spiritual character. It is either going to build you up or it's going to tear you down. But if you're in something, if you're by yourself, you're going to struggle with opposition to try to bring it to the forefront. And if you're with an individual, male or female, whatever it is that you all are trying to build, you're going to struggle to bring that shit into fruition. Struggle is ordained. Being dumb is not. Letting someone use you, that's not some shit that is divinely ordained. That's just your lack of spiritual growth. That's your lack of being able to look at something and study it, learn it, see how it works, and then decide if that's the route that you want to take. That means you have to develop yourself because your mind is not letting you see the things that you need to see. So therefore, you make dumb decisions. But struggle is ordained. So when that sister said that shit, I'm like, okay, you're not living in the real world. I don't even need to deal with this shit no more. Because whatever the fuck you go through, you're going to struggle to bring it into light. That struggle may be hard. It may be light. But whatever the case may be, it is still a struggle. So let's stop with all of the tomfoolery, man. We have enough shit to deal with what's going on in this world and in this country as it pertains to race, prejudice, discrimination, politics, economics, whatever the case may be. So with that being said, let's stop adding more problems on top of problems as it pertains to black people. We know that there are problems that are there. I'm not saying they shouldn't be addressed, but that shit cannot be the order of the day. And it seems like we talk more about the negative shit than the positive shit. Find something positive to talk about sometimes. Or better yet, balance the shit out. If you're going to say all of this negative shit about black men and black women, then balance it out with something that is positive. Other than that, shut the fuck up, man. And like I said, get on the fucking bus, get on the train. Don't sit at the fucking back of the bus. Nah, you motherfuckers move up to the front so we can ship your ass off the fastest and get you the fuck away from us because y'all fucking shit up. Y'all fucking it up to the point where I see little kids who are gravitating, and this is on some of you black men that think this way. They watching y'all and they want to go be with women of the dominant society. And then I'm seeing with the young women, the black women, some of them are teaching those young girls, you don't need a fucking man, or you don't need a black man. Make sure you don't even get this motherfucker because they just fucked up. And so they gravitate towards people of the dominant society. And then the the shit that is, if this was a joke and it was a punchline, it would be this. Those attitudes that we have and all of the fucked up shit in the black community is coming from the people that you all are looking up to and saying that this is who black men want to be like. It's coming from the dominant society. So y'all might need to do some homework, man, before you start putting out these fucking videos that are saying this, that, and the third about black men as well as black women. And on that note, I know this video was, kind of long, but, fuck it, man. There's some shit that needed to be said. And I hope other people start, stepping up to the plate to talk about this shit, because I'm sick of seeing it. They even got some shit out called Blackistan. I was like, what the fuck is that? And it's basically dealing with what the fuck I'm talking about now. But, that's another story for another day. Maybe someone else will talk, will talk about that shit and bring that shit out to light. But other than that, that's pretty much it, man. I'm not gonna say that's my rant, but I guess it is a rant. It's some shit that I've been wanting to talk about, wanting to get off my chest, because it becomes, when shit like that happens, just like here in Lumberton, North Carolina, we had 2 killings in one day just last week. And they ended up catching the guy that killed this young sister, and I think it was a Native American woman. And I knew the sister's mom. I went to school with her. I'm not gonna call her name. But it took them, I think, a day or two to catch this dude. And when I was looking at the news, I was like, please don't let this motherfucker be black. And then when his fucking face pops up on the news feed, he was black. And the reason why I'm saying that is because when you black men that do the dumb shit that you do, when y'all go out there and do stupid shit like that, your face becomes my face. Your problem becomes my fucking problem. What do I mean by that? Meaning when I walk out my fucking home, I get looked at like I'm the fucking enemy. Like I'm this damn devil. And I'm none of that shit. I wasn't there. I didn't do the shit that he did. Hell, I don't even fucking think that way. But I have to wear that shit. I have to live with it. And it's the same thing with black women. And I'm tired of having to walk in your fucking shoes. So I'm getting ready to start speaking out about this shit. I don't like dealing with somebody else's bullshit, someone else's madness. And y'all keep bringing us into the bullshit that y'all do, into your madness. And that shit, as far as I'm concerned, it's gonna stop. I'm not gonna be making a bunch of videos about this shit, but I am gonna voice my opinion about it, whether I put it in a video or not. Y'all can get the fuck on with that shit, man. The time for us to do away with the niggas in our community, that has got to go. The silliness, that has got to go. You coming in to cause division within our community, that has got to go. And it's going to be more people that are going to speak out about this shit besides myself. And on that note, y'all know how I do. Salute. Peace. To the next video. Y'all stay safe.